Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Woolwell, and shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect destined to be saved on Brother Caleb from the GMS England London Forecasters camp, back with another lesson to edify the Lord's elect. I always like to begin by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians and West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations because we have been scattered among all the nations to our various captivities. But if your sea line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible that was named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like. Because Numbers chapter 1 and the 18th verse states that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I have an article here which is very interesting. I think I first heard about this a few days ago, but I was aware that something had been going on because brothers are constantly saying that YouTube's fucking with our accounts. You know, that's not something new. You know, brothers have been saying this for years. YouTube is fucking with your accounts. You know, they're suppressing your videos. You upload a video, and you'll see it has a comment on it, but yet it has no views. You know, think shit like that. Or you look at a video, and it will have comments posted. When you click to see comments, it says there are no comments visible, or no comments have been made. You know, basically bullshit like this. We've been dealing with this for years. It's nothing new. Also, on top of that, YouTube's striking our videos. I myself just got a strike on a video that I'd done years ago. But it was related to... I think the topic of the lesson was called... let me try and remember. Oh, the definition of the word pupil. The etymology of the word pupil. That's what the video was entitled. But I got a strike on that video claiming it was medical misinformation. You know, I don't really give a shit because that video was probably years old. But the point of the matter is that, yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I suspect that, you know, maybe the last video I did ruffled someone at YouTube's feathers the wrong way, because I didn't really use any so-called words that could be classed as medical misinformation. So they went all the way back to try and flag some old ass video that I'd done, which didn't even have anything medical related in its title. But I don't give a shit because at the end of the day, this is these are just the conditions of the battle that we're in. These are just the conditions of the battle. Comes with the territory. It's nothing new. However, this takes it to a whole new level. As I said, I first heard about this a few days ago, but I just looked up an article from PC Gamer, which was published 1 day ago, which goes into this very topic. So let me break down what YouTube's doing now. It says it's not just you. YouTube is slowing down your PC if you have AdBlock installed by making your central processing unit, which is CPU, sweat. Though despite the company's past behavior, it's probably AdBlock's fault. Now, I don't believe it's AdBlock's fault at all. I believe this is the fault of YouTube because a lot of users have experienced and have commented saying that, look, they've been trying to run YouTube and it's been completely slowing down their PC, meaning it's taking all its processing power and causing their PCs to overheat. Now, that could actually be detrimental because for those of you who use PCs or laptops, you'll notice that they have fans in them. And the reason why they have fans in them is to stop the CPU from overheating. Because when the CPU overheats, that can actually damage your computer long term. I guess the two main things that will damage your computer would be heat, excessive heat, or moisture, you know. So basically YouTube is destroying people's property because they're running ad blocks on their equipment. So basically, because YouTube wants to get as much advertising revenue as it can, they're trying to deter people from using ad blockers on their website. But in doing so, it shows how low. Look, man, it's not a surprise to us because we know the devil's the devil. YouTube's run by the JOOSs. You might as well put a J in front of YouTube and call it, you know, the JTube. But they're prepared to destroy people's hardware, people's property, just because they're running ad blocks and they're not able to make as much money off of advertising. Now, the funny thing about this is as well is that people who are even subscribed to YouTube Premium are complaining of the exact same thing. So there are people who have actually paid YouTube for the premium subscription to not have to see adverts, but yet their PCs are getting overclocked and overheated too. So this is just some bullshit. Let me read it, right? YouTube Premium members, see, there you go. YouTube Premium members also appear to be impacted. So what the fuck are you paying for? If you're paying for a service to not have to see the adverts, but you're still receiving the same penalty as those who have not paid for the service and are running an ad blocker, then YouTube's essentially stealing money from you. So let's go into it. It says, this part article was originally published on the 15th of January. It says, Adblock users have been reporting widespread performance issues with the extension enabled on YouTube. While suspicion justifiably fell upon YouTube's head, the problem may not lie in the platform itself. In a thread posted to the YouTube subreddit over the weekend, thanks to 5to5 Google, users noted having adblock enabled causes slow load times and increased CPU usage. As one user writes, it messes up the resources on the computer as a whole and just kills Chrome, it seems. So for those people who are using the Google Chrome web browser, it's completely crashing the app. I decided to test this myself, and I noticed that having YouTube open with an adblock increased my rig CPU usage by around 17%. Now that's not a small amount. You know, if you think about your CPU usage from 0 to 100, 17% is almost 1/5 of the processing power. That's a lot. So it's slowing it down, increasing your CPU's usage by around about 1/5. And while using adblock or similar programs is against the website's terms of service, adblock is also a massively popular extension. On Chrome web stores, it boasts 60 million users. From what I could see, the increase was pretty consistent, so it's not a dangerous spike, but lower-end laptops mainly used for browsing could start having heat problems at best, and it's inconvenient and annoying. This has led to troubleshooting paranoia, and as sudden and unexplained performance dips can be a sign of hardware problems, which is true, which is what caused me to first investigate this issue. But I already knew, the spirit told me this is what's going on. And lo and behold, here you have the article. It says, user Jotaro Akujo says, they were wondering why my laptop ran like a fucking jet for the past few days, while another commenter replies, yeah, I've been deleting shit randomly, thinking it was my storage space problem. The slowdown also appears to be impacting users who are subscribed to YouTube Premium, while using an ad blocker for other websites, which is a problem, seeing as a subscription as a way to avoid ads without violating terms of service, is causing some users to feel hard done by, and rightfully so. Our guides writer Sarah James tested the extension with Premium and noticed an increase of about 15 to 18%. Again, that's close to 1/5 of your CPU's processing power. While YouTube has come under severe suspicion, including from myself, said suspicion was not entirely unwarranted. In November of last year, The Verge reported a 5-second loading delay on other browsers running ad blockers, and the company's statements created a solid modus operandi for this kind of thing. The report stated that YouTube's communications manager, Christopher Lawton, said users will keep seeing issues like this as YouTube's ad blocker detection methods improve. These measures have made the company first in line to blame for any problems with these extensions, even when as it turns out it is relatively innocent. YouTube responds, blame may lie in adblock update. Of course they're going to say that. I've received a comment from Christopher Lawton, YouTube's communication manager, who says in no uncertain terms, loading delays experienced by adblock and adblock plus users are not caused by our adblock detection efforts. Yeah, right. That's to be taken with whatever pinches of salt you deem fit. Though there has been some complaining give me some compelling evidence surfacing on Adblock's GitHub page, which suggests that YouTube is innocent, while the whole debacle is past. In the whole debacle, past transgressions aside, forgive me. As highlighted by Beeping Computer, the issue tracks on GitHub for both Adblock and Adblock Plus users have been reporting problems with the extension's latest updates, 5.17 and 3.22 respectively. This was further highlighted by Raymond Hill of uBlock Origin on Twitter. So what does this say? There's a lot of chatter in the last days about how YouTube is slow with current content blockers. YouTube made the site intentionally lag really half of people who still use Adblock. What a scumbag company. So, you know, this just kind of proves what we at GMS have been saying all along, man. GMS is not GMS. YouTube has been fucking with users for the longest time, and now it's spilling over into them fucking with, you know, regular YouTube users. There's nothing new, man. At the end of the day, we're dealing with the devil, so what do you expect? How much is more in this article? Not that much more. Let's read on. It says, I investigated a bit the performance regressions, and the cause is many distinct code paths which affect many sites, wrote Hill, later highlighting sites which update dynamically. Since it affects both Adblock Plus and Adblock, the performance registration hits harder those who had the bad idea to use both at once. We'll see. While uBlock was acquired by Adblock in 2018, it should be noted that Hill works on uBlock Origin, a version of the extension that remained independent after uBlock's acquisition. It should also be noted that Hill doesn't have much to gain from pointing this stuff out. uBlock Origin is free, open source, and doesn't take donations. Instead, as Hill writes on the project's GitHub wiki, have a thought for the maintainers of various block lists. These lists are everything. I cannot emphasize this enough. So there's a rub. The blame likely falls with Adblock, and the problems may impact other websites, but you don't hear people complaining about other websites. It's only the JOO tube that they're complaining about. YouTube simply found itself in the unenviable position of being a very popular platform, being the most impacted by the bug, and having the least benefit of doubt, considering its past aggressive anti-Adblock measures. But see, that doesn't explain why people who have subscribed to YouTube Premium are still suffering the issue, does it? That doesn't explain it. So this is all, you know, it ends with a bit of fluff. It started out as a pretty direct and hard-hitting article, but they buffered the blow at the end. They softened the impact because obviously YouTube holds a lot of influence, you know. So nothing new under the sun. Let me get a precept. Let me see. Oh, drat. Bear me a second. So lucky, I'm just looking for a precept here, bear with me. Just got to wait for my other device to load up. The battery had died, so it's just loading up. I just put the charger on it. Just put in a precept here, bear with me. There we go. This is the one I want. It's Psalms 37 and 14. This sums up YouTube perfectly. At the end of the day, we have to use eSource tools. But the Most High is going to cast all these things down in the end. because they have sought to slay the upright in conversation. Where is it? Psalms 37 and 14. There we go. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. So us at GMS, we're putting out these videos teaching our people, who are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians and West Africans, who you are. And YouTube is constantly working overtime to suppress us and to destroy this truth. But they can't destroy the truth. The scriptures say you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. But Psalm 37:14 talks about that. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy. We're the poor and needy, trying to wake our people up to who they are, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. You see, so their wicked and evil practices of fucking around with people's channels, fucking around with people's subscriptions. You'll be subscribed to certain brothers' channels. You've got notifications on. All of a sudden, you stop seeing notifications from the channel, and sometimes it isn't the case that brothers have been blocked, but YouTube doesn't correctly notify you when certain videos go up and stuff like that. You've got to keep a close eye on these things. And as I said, you'll never see GMS videos being pushed on the YouTube homepage. You'll never see that, but yet you see videos of men teaching other men how to put makeup on, or how to wear women's underwear, or how to, do all kinds of funky, freaky shit. They'll push that, but they won't push righteousness, because they're wicked. And as I say, man, you can't expect righteousness from the wicked. But at the same time, they've gone a step too far here in this whole anti-adblock movement, where they're punishing regular news users now. So regular users now are now seeing the corrupt practices of YouTube. And as I say, this can actually cause long-term damage to your equipment. As I say, if you've got a CPU that's overheating because it's your PC's performance has been pushed up by 1/5. Let's say you're running at 60% already. That fifth is going to run it into the 80% range. And let's say you're running your PC and it's already let's say it's not the most stable of machines. That could cause it to overheat and cause long-term damage to your computer, man. So that's how far YouTube will go to prevent people from bypassing their advertising. And when you think about it, advertising wasn't really... YouTube was the alternative to mainstream media, which was proliferated with adverts. When YouTube first started, it was called YouTube because it was supposed to be about simple people uploading their own selves, but it's become so monetized, and they've got, these paid puppets, to have their channels and have so many subscribers or whatever, and YouTube will promote them. It's become just another extension now of mainstream media. That's why a lot of people are going to alternative sources to get real news. Because once upon a time, you used to be able to go to YouTube to get real news, but now you've got it to where even on our videos, we can't say certain shit because we're getting struck for medical misinformation, when a lot of the information that we're providing is actually medically sound. So there's a narrative going on there which is controlled by, mainstream media and the small hats, which they're pushing out there, and they're trying to suppress anybody who's going against that mainstream narrative. So this is all very interesting. We'll see how this continues to play out, because we're coming towards the end of this thing, man. And Esau's getting desperate, and as they say, desperate times call for desperate measures. And this indeed is a very desperate measure on the part of YouTube. So yeah, that's just a quick hit on that one. I thought this was interesting to speak about because, us brothers in the truth, this is nothing new to us. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, but hey, YouTube's been caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and now people are seeing them for what they really are. So with that, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem HaKadosh, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Ruval. Shalom once again to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.